Switch the crossing of the legs. Like I said, we're going to start with the neck. A lot of people were saying that the neck was an area of concern, and I feel that. So take an inhale here. Relax the face, soften through the jaw, and then exhale, bring right ear, right shoulder. Even out the shoulders so one is not higher than the other. Sorry. Good. Breathing here. Good. We're just going to start here. There will be an opportunity to add on and go a little deeper if you need to. But if this is feeling okay, you're feeling enough sensation, you're feeling that opening through the left side, maybe down through the neck, maybe through the top of the shoulder even. But if you want to add a little bit more, then you can take that left arm, reach it out to the side, fingertips pointing towards the earth. Okay. And then a little bit more. Take right arm, wrap it around the head. This just adds a little bit more weight to the head, so you can feel a little bit more. But keep reaching those fingertips towards the ground, and then you might lift up and down until you feel more, or where you need to feel it, or what you want to feel, where you need to feel it. There. Good. Take another breath here. Good. And as you exhale, release the hand from the head, release the other arm back. Good. Again, little shoulder circles in one direction. Reverse. You can even turn your head side to side. All right, well, we did one side. We have to do the other. So stay for the inhale. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. You might notice a little bit different degree of sensation from side to side. It's okay. One side is going to be a little tighter than the other. It's normal. One side is more dominant. One side we just favor more. You're getting wild, little girl. Yeah. All right, friends, if you want to add on a little bit more, right arm reaches out to the side. Hover the fingertips. Again, just play with the degree, right? Boy, words are getting caught in my mouth tonight. Play with the angle, right, of the arm. And then if you want to add left arm around head, go for it. Good, just breathing here. It's like you're feeling two opposite and opposing actions, right? You're reaching with the fingertips, but you're pulling. You can feel that pull in the neck. I know I'm feeling it there. Keep breathing. Nice full breath in. Slow, smooth exhale. Good. Another breath in. Good. Exhale, release. Lift the head. Again, maybe a little swivel of the head side to side. Good. All right. So just looking at what we have. All right. I think let's go ahead and come into the hips, and then we'll get hips and hamstrings. And then we'll do a little bit of both together. Just kind of trying to make this flow here, my friends, putting it together. Okay. So come down to the ground. And we're going to get the spine too because it's nice. Okay, butterfly. You know I always put butterfly in there somewhere. So soles of the feet come together. Different options for butterfly. You may take 2 blocks. 1 block under each knee, if that suits you, right? And the blocks have different heights. So short, medium, tall if you really need it. If it's just too much on the hip flexors, right? But you get to decide. Okay, that's one choice, blocks. Another choice, a bolster. You can pull the bolster underneath the legs. We are going to include a forward fold because that is how we're going to get a little bit more into the outsides of the hips and the spine. So you can take it like this. Pillows, whatever you have, blankets, towels, if you want to use that. Or you can use nothing. So find what is best for you tonight or this morning, depending on where you are, and go ahead and come into that shape. Oh, hello, William. Hi. Oh, hello, everybody. I see all these other people popping on. Hi, Priscilla. Welcome, welcome. Okay, friends. So butterfly, let's get into it. Let's hold here for 3 minutes. Let me get my timer ready. All right. So as you make your way down on an exhale, just allow gravity to do the work here. And remember, the feet don't need to be super close in towards the body. They can be a little bit extended away. And so you're going to feel more happening on the outsides of the hips. So as you come down, maybe you gently curl the chin in, you feel a little bit more sensation, but find that edge. We're not going all like max full force because that's not sustainable. I want you to find a point where it's tolerable, where you can breathe, but it's not easy, where it's like restorative yoga. Okay, there's still some energy, there's still some effort happening here in this practice, right? Hi, Crystal. Ah, yeah. Oh, well, I'm so glad you found us tonight. And I'm glad you're here. So just breathe. And if there's anything, this goes for anybody, if anything in the postures doesn't feel right, just put a little comment in there. If something doesn't feel good, you're experiencing any like sharpshooting pain or snapping, any of that we don't want, right? We want that kind of like dull aching sensation, like warm sensation. So if anything does not feel right, please stop, come out of it. You know your body, obviously, way better than anybody in the whole world. So listen. This is a very much a listening to your body practice. So we can do that, right? Okay. Just gently, just allow the body to do what it needs to do. Good. Just keep releasing with those exhales. Very slowly on your next inhale, begin to lift your head, walk your hands back, and slowly come out of that fold. And then bring your hands on either side of your knees, and then just slowly bring the knees together. Straighten them out if you want to give them a little wiggle, a little shake, or maybe you just want to keep the knees bent with the feet on the mat, and then just let the knees fall side to side, a little windshield wiper. I know we did these, we did the deer 9090s actually 2 weeks ago, and those are just so great for the hips. So I know we're going to do some other stuff. That's why I always like to kind of write down what we do, because I like to kind of, there's only like 17 postures in yin, and that's not including like the little variations. Like there were like 3 I showed you just for that one shape. I'm not including a lot of those. Just like 17 postures isn't a whole lot. And we end up doing about 7 or 8 each time we practice. So I like to keep track and vary it for different things, because we get hips a lot. So I want to be mindful that we're doing different postures just to kind of spice it up a little bit, right? Because we might feel something different. Yeah, so that's good. Okay, so getting right into the hammies now. Okay, the next one I'm going to do a little bit of 2 or 3 things for the next posture. But for this one, it's just a straightforward fold. So legs are straight. Back up a little bit. Legs are straight. If the hamstrings are super tight and it's causing the low back to like round and you're scooping under, you can do a couple of things. Try to sit up nice and tall on those, bend the knees, and then we can place a roll under. Or you can take 2 blankets or a bolster and a blanket, or a bolster and, underneath the knees. And then you can also sit up on one too. Obviously, my other one is a little occupied. The princess has it, so I cannot move it. All right, so legs will be straight or with a little bend with the support of the blanket roll. Legs can be slightly apart, and you're just going to come forward into this kind of ragdoll caterpillar shape. Coming forward. Now, also some choices. If you have blocks or anything that you want to support your head with, you can, right? If it's just a little too much, you can come forward, prop it up as much as you need, support the head, and then move those blocks forward as you come down more. All right, 3 minutes in this shape. I like 3 minutes for this shape. It's so good. Kind of just allows the brain to shut off. Anytime we're in these forward folds, it's forcing us to go inside, internal. So enjoy this little vacation for 3 minutes. And arms can be down on the floor, on the legs. Again, just allow your body to release with the exhales. Again, do a brief little check-in. Are you clenching your teeth? Are you fisting? Are you like making balls, like fists with your hands? Like, are you noticing these things? Because these are certain things I notice sometimes when I'm doing certain things, and I'm like, oh, I'm clenching my fist. Why am I doing that? For no reason. It's just kind of unconscious. But then when you pay attention, you subtly start to notice that you're not holding as much tension in those places, right? Just bring awareness, bring that mindfulness. Where can you let go more? Can you begin to take that breath into your back body? So can you feel that energy? Maybe you're feeling it at the base of your spine. Can you feel it go all the way up the back body as you inhale? Can you send the breath into the back of the lungs? And then can you notice the floor underneath you? Can you feel that feedback? Can you feel the presence of the floor pushing you back, holding you up, supporting you? I have this nice, no carpet, so I get to feel something underneath me that's solid. All right, hands come to the floor, slowly roll yourself back up. I did not forget about chest openers. We are going to get there, but we're going to take a little twist first to kind of, get out of the low back if you're feeling anything there. So legs will stay straight, but now we're going to take one leg over the other. So I'm going to take my right leg over my left, keeping that foot all the way down on the floor. If it does not, then we're going to bring it back over so it's in line with your hip, right? So right foot, right hip, or cross it over. The whole foot is flat. We're going to take a twist over to the right. So taking the left arm, we're not going to be here for very long. We're just going to be here for about a minute. But I just thought this would be a nice little counter pose in between before we head into other things. All right, so left arm hooks around right leg, hug that right leg in, inhale, right arm up, exhale, bring it down behind you, and then turn to your right. But can you lengthen through the crown? Can you feel like you're sitting up nice and tall? So don't let the low back round here. We want to lift up. So lift up on both sides of your waist. Good. Just a little twist here. Can you still take those deep breaths in the twist? All right. And then on your exhale, slowly unwind, come back to center. Lengthen both legs. And then left leg crosses over right. And that left foot is coming to the floor completely. There's no lifting of any side of the foot. Right arm is going to hook around left leg. Hug that in. So get this nice and established. So bring this knee in nice and close. Sit up nice and tall. And then inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bring it behind just for support. Reminder to sit up nice and tall. And then we'll take it again, 1 minute on this side. Good. Keep pressing down into that left foot. Think of it like a standing leg, right? It's making that connection to the floor. It's grounding, right? So think back to how we started with in our seated meditation with our hands, palms down on the legs, grounding us. This is also very grounding, right? We have a leg, we have a foot on the floor, our seat is on the floor, we have a hand on the floor. Keep inhaling, lift up, maybe twist a little deeper. And feel that compression as you breathe into the belly, and the belly is pressing against the leg. Good. All right, slowly as you exhale, unwind back to center. All right, now friends, take a little movement. We are going to come into a chest opener. So if you want to come to hands and knees, because we've been sitting for a little while since the beginning of practice. So if you want to come to hands and knees and take a little bit of movement, a little cat and cow, if that would suit you. If there's anything else, please take some time to move your body accordingly. Maybe it's cats and cows, or maybe it's, you're doing my peanut butter jar that I borrow from my yoga teacher. I usually teach this one on Sundays. Something a little bit different. It's nice just to kind of move in that jump rope kind of way, like your spine is a jump rope. Good. Just a few more breaths. All right. Now we're going to get ready for some chest openers here. Let's start pretty mildly. We're going to take a blanket or a towel. I'm going to open mine up just a little bit. So it's more like this. And I'm going to roll one side. And then it's going to come into like this skinny roll. I love this roll for many purposes. I'm going to place it towards, the top of my mat, but not where my head is going to be. It's going to be actually just right underneath my shoulders. So I'm going to have to be a little strategic about it with space. So same thing, be mindful. Move it down. It's just going to go right underneath the heart. So there's a little bit of lift here. Cactus the arms out if you need to, or if you have the space. Maybe it's a T shape. So cactus, goalpost them out, and then you can decide how you would like to take the legs. You can take the legs straight, or you can bend the knees and walk the feet out and let the knees knock in together. So like a little pyramid shape. So take whatever leg variation is going to work best for you. We're going to sit here for about 2 minutes. Just a very, very mild heart opener here. May not feel like much, but after the 2 minutes, I'm sure you'll begin to feel that gentle lift that's happening in the upper back. We don't really get into this area too much. We do in yin, right? So this may be considered, I think I've done a posture like this in Iyengar, definitely in a restorative class. But we're kind of making this, yeah, never really much in a yin, mostly restorative or Iyengar, but it's a good posture. Again, just realigning your spine, lifting up through the heart, just mildly. It's going to get a little bit deeper. This is just the warm up. Can you send the breath into that area that we are opening and lifting? Keep the heart open here, elbows wide if they are in goalpost or cactus. Okay, friends. And gently, I'm going to either roll over to one side or you can come straight up, whatever way that you came down opposite, just come right back up or roll over to one side. We are going to set up for a little deeper of a heart opener, but we're going to use blocks. If blocks are not available to you, then definitely use lots of pillows, lots of towels. I'm just thinking here. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do it with blocks. But if you don't have blocks, I'm going to show you another version with the bolster. So just imagine I have like 4 blankets stacked up. Let's just pretend. All right. Yeah, this is what we'll do. I have another version. I was going to do something different, but I think I just switched it up. I love it. Just do what's the best choice. Okay, if you do not have the blocks, then you're going to come onto the bolster like so. Head is on the floor, so the crown is on the floor. Shoulders are not on the bolster, they are off of the bolster, coming towards the ground. So now there's a lot more heart opening here, chest opening, legs. They could stay bent, knees knocking in, or just have the knees separated. Or if it's okay on the low back, maybe you begin to straighten the legs. So this is more of like a supported fish shape that we're taking. Okay, so this is one choice, right? Really nice if you have the bolster, if you have the blankets. Very nice. Yeah, it's a great posture. Or if you have the blocks, I enjoy the blocks. There's something about the support of cork blocks. Definitely, I prefer cork over foam. Foam is just not supportive to me. I just not a fan. Okay, so I'm going to take my fish shape with one block going down, right? So vertically, and then the other one is going to be for my head. Now, I can also choose not to use that block as well and see how that goes. So, but I want you to find whatever version is going to work best for you tonight for your neck. Bolster blankets, or maybe you're using blocks. So you're going to sit in front of those blocks, and then you're going to find it down your spine, about mid-back. And then I like to hold it in place. Yep, and then I had a feeling this is just going to be too high. So you can take it off or lift the chin up. Again, choices with your knees and legs, up to you. A little deeper of a back bend, but we're going to be here for 2 minutes. So make peace with it. Find your happy spot, your happy space for these blocks. And breathe. Allow those shoulders to roll open. Softening through your face. Relax your jaw. And then here, I even like to have my palms facing up. And that's just, again, encouraging the heart opening so that my arms are turning out externally. So they're not rolling in, right? They're opening out to, again, facilitate this heart opening. Such a great pose if we've spent a lot of time texting or typing or just kind of in that hunched over position. This is great. Again, another reason why everyone needs to do some yin. It balances our daily life of what we do, the wear and tear on our body. It's going to help us feel better in the long run. All right, friends. Bring those palms down to the floor now. Again, your choice. You can kind of lift your head, use your hands and arms to support you to come up, or gently roll over to the sides. Audio is crazy. Oh no, oh my gosh. I didn't know things were happening, my friends. I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. Terrible. What happened? Lost connection. Oh no. Oh, I didn't see all of yeah, that nothing was happening on my end. Okay, we're okay. So we just did it froze for 3 to 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, my internet says it's excellent. I don't know what goes on sometimes with, things in the interwebs. Aren't we out of I thought we were out of retrograde. Right? Okay. How are we feeling? So we just did fish for 2 minutes. So if you did, perfect. That's what we did. And we just came out of it. So right on time. Okay, everybody, where are we? 40 minutes. Okay. Perfect. Great. So hi, Diana. Welcome. Hello. You thought I went to sleep? Oh, it was lovely. 2 minutes. 2 minutes of fish. Okay, let's get back to the practice. Welcome back. Okay, so hips, shoulders, hamstrings, neck. All right. Let's go ahead and I'm thinking here, something we haven't done in a while. You know what? Let's get into the hips a little bit more. Let's do some pigeon. We haven't done pigeon in a while, and I think that would be really nice for the hips. So let's do that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, if pigeon is just not your cup of tea and it's not going to work for you for whatever reason, it's not your jam or it's just not accessible, come to your back, figure 4. You can take it that way for sure. Okay. Hi, Crystal. Post shadow. It's still, thank you, Kim. Very sneaky. Huh. Yeah, right. Jeez. Perfect. Well, it's a little extra. Okay. So here we go. If you are taking pigeon with me, then you can come to all fours, or maybe you come from downward facing dog, whatever is more comfortable, more accessible to you. And we're going to bring that right knee towards that right hand. Begin to lengthen through the back leg and then set yourself down. All right. Now, if you feel a little wonky, I want you to take something and slide it underneath the hips to support yourself so you even out. So you're not coming all the way over onto the right hip. I still want you to even, right, yourself out. Now you can stay upright if this is just where you are, or you can lay it down and come into your sleeping swan. So we'll be here for 2 minutes. This is going to be a nice hip opener here. Oh, nice. So good. Especially if we've been, kind of on vacation from the holiday, or maybe we haven't been as active. Hopefully this will get some sensation going here. Breathing here. And then you can come all the way down. Head on the backs of your hands if that suits you. And breathe. Friends, whichever version you took, if you took figure 4 or if you took swan, that would be upright, or if you just took sleeping swan, if you were down low, then just gently press your hands into the earth, lift up, swap out the legs. So now we're going to take the left knee towards the left hand, extend through the right leg. Again, finding that center, finding balance. And if you are taking the figure 4, then it's left knee bent, right? And then that foot is just above the knee, pulling it in. Then even out the hips. Good. All right, now, choices here. After you feel even, if you've taken that support, if you have a blanket underneath you, you can stay upright. You can stay here for a few breaths. And then as you're ready, you can lower yourself down into your sleeping swan. Try to release as much as you can so you don't feel like you're clenching or holding, right? Mm. Keep allowing and keep releasing with each exhale. We'll get into the shoulders after this as well. All right, friends, if you took the sleeping swan, walk the hands underneath. Slowly come up. I'm going to bring that back leg in to come to a seat because we're going to come into like shoelace with eagle arms. So I'm going to kind of stay with that crossover. Now, if coming into shoelace or what we call like cow face legs, where we're stacking knee on knee, it doesn't need to be that extreme if the knees just don't work that way. You can always come into half shoelace. So bottom leg is straight, and then it's like figure four, but we're also going to add eagle arms to that. So figure out the legs first. What's going to work best for you? If you want support, you can always bring, a block if you need it or a blanket. But we'll find the legs first. And the knees don't need to stack 100%, right? But I want you for sure to be even on your sitting bones so you're not leaning. So feel that, just kind of wiggle there and be like, okay, I'm even. Okay, now notice the leg on top. My right leg is on top, so that means my left arm is going to go on top for this particular shape. Now, again, we're not lifting the elbows up. We're just going to let those elbows rest on the chest. This is too much for the shoulders. Release your hands and then take the hands around the shoulders. Give yourself a little hug. Breathing here. And if you have the space and it suits you, you can come into a fold. See how that works for you. You can let the arms rest on the knees too. I'm feeling a lot happening here, right? I'm feeling the shoulders. I'm feeling the hips. I'm feeling a little bit in the low back. Definitely the piriformis. I'm definitely feeling it there. So I'm getting a lot out of this shape. Targeting a few areas. Just breathing. Good. Okay. Inhale, slowly come out. We're only going to be there for a minute. And then unwind. Switch the legs out. My left leg is going to be on top. If you are taking half shoelace, then right leg is straight, left knee is bent. Again, you find the legs that work for you. It might look different from the other side. So maybe for this side, maybe the leg is straight. Or maybe it's opposite. Maybe the legs were straight last time and now you want to bend the bottom knee. You can do that. Okay? Like we talked about earlier, right? One side is more dominant, one's a little looser, one's a little stronger, right? And it's going to vary. So, I mean, not vary, but like, right, which is more dominant. Or you will learn for sure, the more you do yin, you will notice those things. Okay, now take note, leg on top, left leg on top. So now it's my right arm on top. Again, wrapping, you can take it into eagle arms, wrapping once or twice. Let the elbows settle. Or maybe you wrap the arms around the shoulders. And then you can come into a fold. Let the elbows rest. Choices. Breathing here. Good. Yeah, definitely. Feeling in the low back. Maybe the hips too. Yeah, low back, hips. Insides of the legs too. Inner groin. Shoulders. Breathe. There's a lot happening. So don't ever tell you that, like, anyone tell you that, like, yin, oh, that's nothing. Come on. Come join us anytime. All right, I set my timer for a little too long. So go ahead, unwind the arms, come up on the inhale, unwind your legs, shake them out. Oh, that's going to feel really nice. Really nice. Okay, one more for the low back, and then we will take Shavasana. I feel like we took a nice twist earlier, that seated twist. So I think we may forego a twist at the very end, but if you need one, take one. But this is what I'm going to offer right now. We're going to do a little supported bridge. So come down onto your back. If you have a block, you're going to use a block. If you don't have a block, they're going to use like a stack of blankets or a bolster. Walk those feet in so they are close enough for your little fingers to touch. On your inhale, lift your hips, place that block underneath the sacrum, that triangular bony piece at the bottom of your spine, not the low back. I don't want it in the arch. That's going to hurt. I want it in a more firm place. So, like, think top back of your pelvis. Good. And I see the donation. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Maybe you stay low. Maybe you lift up. Maybe you can take a little bit more sensation, or maybe that wasn't enough. Putting a little bit more into the spine, a little more back bend. Breathing here. We'll just stay here for about 10 more cycles of breath. If you want to take any variations, maybe you extend one leg straight, keep one knee bent, and you may switch. And then you may try both legs straight. All right, my friends, and when you are ready, press into your feet, lift your hips, remove your block, come all the way back down to your mat. Plant your feet, and then on an exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And if you do need a brief little twist, feel free to take that twist now. And then reverse the knee circles if you took the knee circles. So, by the way, I do have a workshop coming up in case anybody is interested. It is a self-care workshop. It is not on this platform, but if you want more details, please just find my website. It's on there. Or you can find me on social media. It's on there as well. And then take your feet into a happy baby. And if you twist, twist the other way. All right, friends, as you are ready, release yourself down onto your back for Shavasana. So take the feet out to the sides, let the feet roll open, and then maybe there's a gentle lift of your heart. So tuck your shoulders underneath your heart. Good, and level your face with the ceiling so you're looking straight up. And allow those eyes to close. Tongue is resting in your palate. Take one final swallow and just rest here for a few breaths. Just allow all of that good stuff, all of that good energy, the releasing, the letting go, the breathing. Let all of that integrate into your nervous system and receive the benefits of this practice. When you are ready, begin to deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your hands and to your feet. Take the movement into your wrists and to your ankles. A little ankle circles in one direction, wrist circles in one direction, and reverse. All right, inhale, reach the arms overhead. Bend one knee at a time, roll over to one side, and just pause. Just take a moment before you come up to your seat. And just feel some gratitude for this practice, for your body, for this community, for just showing up and being here tonight. There's so much to be grateful for. So even if, we talked about in the beginning, if 2024 was not the finest, right? It's okay. We still have a lot to be grateful for. So health is wealth, my friends. That's one of the things that I always try to remember. I have my health. Health is so important because when we don't have our health, it doesn't matter, right? Nothing else matters if we're not feeling well, if we're not healthy. So focus on that, on feeling good and practicing yoga and breathing. So I will be here again. Let me see. So like I said, this is the last practice of 2024 for Yin, but we'll do it again next Friday. That'll be the 3rd of January. And then the workshop I was talking about is the 4th, which is a Saturday, and it's 90 minutes. It's on Zoom. It's awesome. It's all about self-care. So if you're wanting to practice some more self-care or just come in for a nice restorative practice, maybe you haven't done restorative in a while, come do the restorative practice. I give you journal prompts. I'm going to give you some things to think about, to ponder. I'm going to give you just like, if we're living a balanced life, what does that look like? Having something in each category. So it'll be fun if you want to join. It is limited. I only did it for about 15 people. It is $44 for the 90 minutes. And you're going to get everything. I'm going to send you all the things too. So if you sign up, and you can sign up on my website. So you can go look at it there if you like. Okay. On your inhale, let's reach the arms up and overhead, palms touch. Exhale, bringing down all of that divine, universal energy to your heart centers. And that divine, universal energy vibrates as the frequency of love through which you and I and all sentient beings are connected on this planet. The light in me salutes and honors the light in all of you, my friends. Namaste. I'm wishing you a happy, healthy new year. Be well, stay well.